something is about to break. And this time it's not just about law or crime, it's about family. The kind of family that stands with you or destroys you from the inside. The promo for episode 7, titled Family Business, feels heavier than anything we've seen so far. There's a quiet tension running through every moment, like something bad has already started, but no one is ready to say it out loud. You can feel it in the way characters look at each other, in the silence between their words, and in the small actions that don't seem important at first, but clearly mean everything. This episode is not just setting up another mission or conflict, it is digging deeper into relationships, the kind that are built on trust but can easily fall apart when secrets come out. Right from the beginning of the promo, there is a strong sense that things are changing. The usual control that the Marshals seem to have is slipping. Situations are getting more personal, and the line between right and wrong is becoming unclear. What used to feel like a simple job now feels like a burden, especially for the main characters who are carrying more than just their duties. There is pressure from all sides, and it's starting to show. The way the scenes are cut together makes it clear that no one is safe from what's coming next. One of the most noticeable things in this promo is how the idea of family is shown. It doesn't look warm or safe. Instead, it feels tense and complicated. There are moments where people stand together, but it doesn't feel like unity. It feels like they are forced to stay together because they have no other choice. This creates a strong emotional pull because viewers can sense that something is wrong, even if they don't fully understand what yet. That feeling keeps building as the promo goes on. There are also hints of conflict that go beyond just one person or one problem. It looks like multiple issues are coming together at the same time. Old decisions may be coming back, and people might have to face things they tried to avoid. The promo doesn't give clear answers, but it gives enough clues to make it obvious that episode 7 will not be calm or easy. Instead, it will push the story into a more serious and possibly dangerous direction. The pacing of the promo is also important. It doesn't rush. It allows each moment to sit for a second, giving viewers time to feel the weight of what's happening. This slow build makes everything more intense because it feels real. It feels like the calm before something big, something that could change everything for the characters involved. Even without loud action or big scenes, the tension is strong enough to keep you fully focused. By the end of the promo, one thing becomes very clear. This episode is not just another step in the story. It is a turning point. The choices made here could affect everything that comes after. And when family is involved, those choices become even harder. Because sometimes, doing the right thing means going against the people you care about the most. The title Family Business is not just a simple name for this episode, it carries a deeper meaning that slowly reveals itself through the tone of the promo. Here, family is not only about blood relations, it also includes the people you work with, the ones you trust in dangerous situations, and those who stand beside you when things go wrong. But what makes this episode different is how that idea of family starts to feel unstable. It no longer feels like a source of strength. Instead, it begins to feel like a risk. In this world, loyalty is everything, but loyalty can also become a weakness. When you trust someone too much, you stop questioning their actions. And that is where problems begin. The promo hints that someone may not be as honest as they seem, or that certain truths have been hidden for a long time. These hidden truths are like cracks in a wall, small at first, but ready to break everything apart if pressure builds. The phrase family business starts to sound less like a bond and more like a system that keeps secrets locked away. There is also a clear contrast between personal and professional life. The characters are not just dealing with criminals or outside threats anymore. Now, the tension is coming from within their own circle. This creates a different kind of danger, one that is harder to fight because it involves emotions. You can't just walk away or solve it quickly. When conflict comes from inside the group, every decision becomes more painful. Choosing what is right may mean hurting someone you care about. Another important layer is the idea of responsibility. Being part of a family means you are expected to protect it, no matter what. But what happens when the family itself is doing something wrong? Do you still protect it, or do you stand against it? The promo seems to suggest that this exact question will be at the center of the episode. Some characters may choose silence, while others may decide they can no longer ignore what is happening. This difference in choices could create a divide that cannot be fixed easily. The mood of the promo also supports this theme. Everything feels heavier and more serious. Conversations are short, looks are sharper, and there is a constant feeling that something is being held back. It is not just about what is said, but what is not said. That silence speaks loudly, showing that trust is already starting to break. Even the smallest interaction feels important, as if every word could lead to a bigger consequence. The idea of family business also brings a sense of history. It suggests that whatever is happening now did not start recently. It has roots in the past. Decisions made earlier, possibly even before the current story began, are now coming back to create problems. This adds depth to the episode because it shows that actions have long-term effects. Nothing is truly forgotten, and sooner or later, everything must be faced. As the promo unfolds, it becomes clear that this theme will shape every part of the episode. It will influence how characters act, how they speak, and how they see each other. Relationships that once felt strong may begin to weaken. Doubt may replace trust. And once doubt enters a group like this, it spreads quickly, changing everything in its path. By focusing on family business in this way, the episode is setting up more than just conflict. It is setting up emotional stakes that feel real and difficult. It is no longer just about winning or losing. It is about who you stand with when things fall apart. And sometimes, the hardest battles are not fought against enemies, but against the people you once called family. At the center of all this tension stands Luke Grimes' character, and Episode 7 seems ready to push him further than ever before. What makes his role so interesting is not just what he does, but what he feels and hides. He is not someone who easily shows emotion, yet in this promo there are clear signs that something is weighing heavily on him. His silence is not calm. It feels like pressure building up, like he is trying to hold everything together while knowing it might already be falling apart. His position in the group is complicated. He is expected to lead, to stay strong, and to make the right calls even when the situation is unclear. But this time, the problem is not just outside threats. It is closer, more personal, and harder to control. That puts him in a place where every decision feels risky. If he trusts the wrong person, things could collapse. If he questions the wrong person, he could break the fragile balance that still exists. This kind of pressure does not just affect his actions, it slowly changes how he sees the people around him. There is also a strong sense that his past is playing a role in what is happening now. His connection to Yellowstone brings a history of tough choices, loyalty struggles, and survival instincts. He has been in situations where right and wrong were not clear, and that experience shapes how he reacts here. But experience can only help so much. When the conflict becomes personal, even the strongest mindset can start to crack. The promo suggests that he might soon face a moment where his past lessons are not enough to guide him. One of the most powerful elements in his character is the internal struggle. On the outside, he may appear controlled, but inside, there is a battle between duty and emotion. He understands what needs to be done as a marshal, but he also understands the cost of those actions when they affect people he knows. This creates a tension that feels very real. It is not about choosing between easy options. It is about choosing between two difficult paths, both with serious consequences. There are also hints that others may be watching him closely, possibly questioning his decisions or waiting for him to make a mistake. This adds another layer of pressure. Being a leader means you cannot show doubt, but at the same time, hiding doubt can lead to bigger problems. If he keeps everything inside, he risks losing control. If he opens up, he risks losing authority. This balance is fragile, and Episode 7 looks ready to test it in a major way. Another important point is how his relationships may start to change. People he once trusted without question may now seem uncertain. Small actions or words might create doubt, even if they were not meant to. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild, and the promo gives the feeling that trust is already starting to slip away. This puts him in a lonely position, where he may have to make decisions without fully relying on anyone else. As the story moves forward, it seems likely that he will be forced into a moment where he cannot stay neutral anymore. He will have to choose a side, make a call, or take action that will define not just this episode, but possibly the rest of the season. That moment will not just test his strength as a marshal, but also his identity as a person. In the end, his role in episode 7 is not just about leading others, it is about facing himself. The choices he makes will reveal what matters most to him: duty, loyalty, or something deeper that he has been trying to protect all along. And once that choice is made, there will be no going back.